They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. I just happen to
Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about the latest episode of Power. I am not even gonna lie, this episode had me all in my feelings. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way. So, the Bureau is getting investigated to find out who is the leak when it comes to Lobos because Lobos got killed. So, this man and this woman they come in and they sit down and they interview everybody, even Mike. And they seem to zero in on Mike, Angie, and Greg. Now, Greg is just all in his feelings, and I love the fact that the lady that's investigating, she got all in his business. I think these two investigators said the things to the characters that we as the audience were thinking anyway. For example, when she was talking to Greg, she said, well, listen, she didn't break the law, talking about Angela. She didn't break the law, she broke your heart. So why are you going so hard, in on her? And he just kept saying, because I know she's probably the mole. She had something to do with what happened to Lobos in some kind of way. And he just kept telling them, look into her, look into her. As far as Mike goes, they kind of pointed out that he had been working on this case the longest, and so he could possibly have ties to Lobos. And then they kind of pressured him, and he also said the same thing. And he's like, well, maybe you need to look into Angela. So everybody is really pointing their fingers at Angela. And when they were sitting down talking to Angela, the lady investigator, she was really going in on her. And she said, he's been playing you probably the whole time. Because she told her, I don't really think that you're dirty. I just think that you got used by him. And then Angela was like, well, no, actually, I'm the one that's using him because, I did this and that, and I made a copy of his phone so I could know, how to crack the case and get Tommy Egan and, just the whole thing. And so they kind of were like, well, okay, maybe you don't play by the rules, but you probably unknowingly helped out. So all fingers are really pointing at Angela at this point, and so we're just going to see how this plays out. Also, Angela sits down and talks to her sister, and her sister just telling her, "Look, he wasn't no good for you." Talking about Ghost. He wasn't no good for you. No way. You need to leave him alone. He was a liar. Yeah, he got them separation papers, but were they signed? But they really were signed. But he didn't get a chance to show her that they were signed. And she basically just trashes Ghost. That's really what she does. She just trashes him all the way. And she told Angie, look, I will pack his stuff up for you, girl. You ain't got to worry about it. He's just no good. But Angela was like, look, I'm not going to be able to just move on from him. And she's still knowing something is wrong. He didn't just up and leave me for no reason. He loved me too much. Something is up. So what she did was she called the hotel where Jamie was staying just to find out some information. And so she found out that Tasha was there with him. So she goes to see Tasha. And when she goes to see Tasha, of course Tasha has an attitude like, girl, why you keep coming to my apartment? What is going on? And Angela tells her, look, I know something happened with Lobos, and you know what happened. Ghost did something that he didn't have no business doing, and because you were there in that hotel covering for him, you are going to be a part of this. And if you get put in prison, who's going to be watching your children? She just comes at her from that angle. And Tasha's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Me and my husband were together. We were intimate and we did our thing. So don't be mad just because he really never left me because he's still my husband. So she kind of played that card. And you can tell that it hurt Angela. But at the same time, she was like, something still ain't right. You lying too. So she just dipped out and left. So by the end of this episode, she actually sat down and she talked to Jamie, and this is after she had been interrogated and everything at work, and she's just in her feelings, and she asked him what really happened. Did you kill Lobos? Is he dead because of you? And she's telling him, I put my career on the line for you to prove my love and show you that I care about you and I'm in this relationship with you. And now you don't want to give me information? Like, what's up with that? And Jamie is just cold. He's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who may or may not have killed Lobos and blah, blah, blah. He's just not, he ain't telling her nothing. So that leads her to the next thought. You never really loved me then. You were probably really just using me, like they was trying to tell me that you was using me. And I don't know why Jamie just don't tell her, look, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, but I cannot tell you anything because it may put you in harm's way. What's wrong with him just telling her that? He don't have to give her all the specifics, but just be like, look, I can't tell you certain things, girl, but I do love you and I want to be with you, but I can't right now. I wish he would just say something. It's so many moments in this episode where I just wished he would say something, tell them something. But anyway, so once again, Angela leaves him standing there looking crazy, and he looks like he's about to break down and cry again. Ghost is getting it from all angles, okay? On the one hand, you got Milan, and he's basically telling Jamie what he is and ain't gonna do. He's telling Jamie, you're going to be selling drugs in your clubs, all three of them. Um, and when this deal goes through with Karen, you're going to be selling drugs in the hotel. I need my money by the end of the day today. I don't care how you get it, whatever. I need some money. And the crazy thing was when Milan showed up at Ghost's house. Now, look, see, and this is another instance where I felt like he should have been talking to his wife about what's going on because Milan showed up and Tasha don't even know who he is. So he just comes on in and Tasha, she just gonna play the game. And Milan brought the waitress that Ghost thought was dead. And the reason why he brought her over there was because he gave Dre this mission. Because, Dre been itching to get in on the action anyway. And so Ghost finally breaks down and tells him a little bit about Milan. And he tells Dre to go make an anonymous tip about a missing person, which was that waitress. So that, they can start investigating and it would probably lead back to Milan. So somehow crafty Milan finds out what's going on. So he shows up with her just to let Jamie know, ain't no need to do that because here she goes. She's not missing. She's not even dead. So he's sitting at the head of Ghost's table and he's telling him, come on and sit down and eat. Let's eat. What? And he brought food like, come on, I brought enough for you and the kids. Huh? Did y'all see Ghost's face? He was sitting there looking at him like he was just perplexed. Like, how did this happen? Like, what is going on here? See, Ghost is underestimating Milan. He's going above and beyond what Ghost thought he was capable of doing. See, Ghost is smart, but Milan, I'm not going to say he's smarter, but he's on that same level with Jamie. Ghost has to come up with another way to come at him because he just has his hands in everything. And it's like he's just everywhere. And even Tommy was like, look, I don't know why you just letting him talk to you like that. You just gonna let him bully you into selling drugs in your club when you was just so against, your precious club. Like, you just gonna let him do that to you? Like, really? Who are you? Like, man up. You gonna have to square up with this dude. Like, this is not going to be an easy feat. And I agree with Tommy on that. Like, you gonna have to come up with something crazy to get rid of Milan because he's everywhere. And he's got people everywhere. And he knows way too much about Ghost. And can we just take a moment to talk about bad Tariq? Now, he tried it. In this episode, oh, no, 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 nope, Tariq. Now, first of all, you ain't gonna be back talking to your mama like that. Okay, she was right to, try to put them hands on you. And did y'all see when he grabbed her hand and to stop her from hitting him? Oh, so you grown now, huh? So when she picked up that phone and she called Ghost and she was like, look, you better come get your son before I kill him. Yes, Tasha, that's right, honey. Because I know single mothers have to do this all the time when they are raising their sons. They get to this teenage rebellious stage, and I don't know how y'all mamas do it. Cause I ain't got no kids, I don't have no teenagers. I don't know how y'all deal with it, but when that dad ain't there, honey, I know y'all got to be tough on them boys. But honey, and then when Ghost sat down to talk to him, he talked sideways to Ghost too. Now, y'all, I am not saying that you should just be beating up your kids. Okay, I don't agree with, bloody noses and bruises and bumps and lumps. I'm not talking about that. But y'all, when Ghost snatched him up and he was like, "Who you talking to?" Like, what you say? Say it again. When he really just he turned into Ghost. He was no longer dad. He was Ghost. And he snatched him up, honey, and Tariq was looking at him like, "Oh, wait a minute." I said, "Yeah, that's what he need." And see, I was so mad at Ghost when he let him go, and he was like, Tariq, Tariq," and then Tariq pushed him. Ooh, y'all. I was like, "Oh, honey, you shouldn't have let him go. You should have snatched him up and put the fear in him." Tariq is getting out of hand. Okay, I'm about Tariq. You getting on my nerves. You trying to be tough. You ain't tough. Also, Ghost got to meet Karen's father, and they sat down and they talked about, some logistics or whatever. And because Ghost had to give money to Milan, he was telling them that, maybe I won't have the money right now, but I'll get it to you in a week or two. And the dad is just looking like, that's not going to work. So he walks off. And Karen was like, "Look, you need to get that money up. I know how important this is to you. Make it work." But unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it work because he had to give that money to Milan because Tasha was not about to give him no loan. He couldn't ask Angela for it. Tommy was like, "I'm not about to give you that money because you letting that dude punk you. You need to stand up to him and, get it how you live." Nope. I don't know how to feel about Dre. I can't put my finger on what he's actually doing. I know that he's afraid of Kanan, but at the same time, I don't think that he's loyal to him in that way. Like I said last time, there is no way that he can think that he's gonna get to be back on Kanan's good side. It's never gonna happen. He's betrayed Kanan, so there's no way that Kanan's gonna let him live at the end of the day. So I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. I know that he's fearing for his daughter's life, but I don't know. So a part of me is happy that Ghost was keeping him at arm's length. Dre hasn't told Ghost about Kanan being back. If Dre was really for Ghost, he would tell him straight up Kanan's back. But at the same time, I'm not sure how he's feeling about Ghost because Ghost keeps him at arm's length. So maybe he's just trying to play it from both sides. Like he don't know if Gross is gonna have his back. He don't know what Kanan gonna do. So maybe he's just playing in the middle to see which man is gonna come out on top, and whoever comes out on top, that's who he's gonna jump to. I don't know what he's doing. What do y'all think? Drop it in the comments below and let me know what you think Dre's position is or what he's actually doing. What his end game is. I can't think of nothing else but to talk about Tommy in this episode, y'all. When I tell you, this was the most emotional I have ever been concerning this show. When Tommy got tased in the neck and in the body, and he got beaten up by Milan's people, I legit was tearing up. I could not watch it. I looked away from the screen. Just hearing him get those blows, just the sound of him getting beat up was a little bit too much for me. I did not realize how emotionally attached I am to Tommy's character until this moment. He was already broken down. And let me just go back a little bit. So, in this episode, Tommy is just like, "Look, I'm glad I still got some work to do. Yeah, even though we working for Milan, It is what it is. Me and Ghost, we gonna figure it out. But he's still a little salty towards Ghost. He still has that animosity. Mind you, he's still trying to deal with the fact that he killed Holly. It's just a lot going on. He still feels a little abandoned and left alone. And also, the bomb got dropped on him by Tasha that Holly was pregnant. And I'm like, oh, why? Why, Tasha? Why you tell him that? But I mean, she don't know that Holly's dead, so she don't know to watch her mouth. Once again, somebody need to keep her in the loop. I am over it. So y'all, when he found out that Holly was pregnant, did y'all see his face? Did you see him slowly break down when he got on that elevator? It's just like his will to live just diminished even more. And then when he went to go see, the priest, Milan told him to kill him, but he was like, I'm not gonna kill him, unless he don't stop selling these guns. But the priest, he agreed to stop selling the guns, and even when he was sitting in that confessional with that gun, and I was nervous. I was like, is he gonna kill himself? Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's two people that cannot die on this show, and it's Tommy and Ghost. They make the whole show. Y'all better not kill him off. I had a Game of Thrones moment. I don't know if y'all familiar with Game of Thrones, but I watch it, and I love the show. And, something that they do on there is they don't care about your feelings, okay? They don't care about if you love a character or not. They will kill them off. Your favorite character could die at any moment, okay? So I had that kind of a feeling while watching this scene, and I was nervous, and I was like, please do not let him kill himself, please. So he didn't, thank goodness. So he was in his feelings about killing Holly and his potential child. He was all broken down. He started drinking. This whole episode, you could see that he was carrying around the ring that he gave Holly on his necklace. I thought he may have buried it, stuck it in the ground where she supposedly is buried, but no, he kept it on him. So anyway, it's just like every time he thinks about her, he rubs on that ring. So let's just fast forward to where he's sitting down and he's drunk and he is talking to Holly and singing to her. Oh, it just broke my heart, y'all. It just broke my heart. He is in so much pain right now. And when they came and snatched him up, I was so mad. I was like, really, y'all gonna tase him in the neck? Really? Like, was that necessary? Y'all couldn't just tase him in the body. Y'all gotta go for his neck. They so dirty. So dirty. And Milan is dirty, honey, because when Ghost and Tommy was there, they had Julio and all of them, bound and everything on the side, and they watched him kill one of his people because he didn't do something that he said the way that he said to do it. See, he one of them types. So I knew it was going to be a problem when Tommy let that priest live because Milan told Tommy to kill him and Tommy didn't kill him. So they snatched him up and they took him in that kidnap van and they were beating him up. And I couldn't take it and I teared up and I was emotional and I was screaming at the TV and I was mad because they was flashing back and forth between him getting beat up and Tasha and Ghost talking. He was trying to explain to her who Milan was. And yeah, it was so hurtful. It hurt me so bad. I mean, I watched it yesterday and I'm still emotional about it. Like, really? And then Milan was like, look, you don't have nothing to lose. So this is the best time in your life to be alive. Do y'all think that Milan is going to try to turn Tommy against Ghost? I think he is. Because even though he made that comment, the white boy, he's going to prove himself to be useless very soon. That's what Milan said about Tommy. It's like he wants to use Tommy as a pawn because Tommy is so broken down. Like he sees an opportunity to slide in between him and Ghost. So I don't know. So these are all the things that happened in this episode. If I left anything out, please drop it in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. Tell me what y'all thought about this episode. I'm still tripping over Tommy. I felt like, his baby mama or something, watching him get beat up and jumped by some dudes and they was holding me back so I couldn't do nothing about it. Like it hurt me. I'm serious, y'all. It hurt me so bad. Oh my goodness. And Tommy, he is so fine, honey. That little walk he got, honey, with them little bow leg pigeon toe. Ooh. But I just it just bothered me. What is Dre doing? What is Kanan itching about? Y'all think Kanan is scared of ghosts? I don't know. Because the ghost almost took him out. For real, for real. But anyway, y'all just let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next episode. The season is almost over, y'all. They got a lot to do. Oh, I forgot to mention that Kanan done got that apartment. Whose apartment is that? And what's up with that bullet in the wall? Anybody know anything about that? I don't know. Y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what's up. But Kanan, really? You gonna smother the woman with the Jesus saves pillow? It said something like that. Really? That's what we doing now? We just gonna walk a old lady, help her up the stairs to her apartment with the groceries, honey, and then we just gonna kill her with her Jesus pillow? Really, Kanan? See, you's a dirty little something. Oh, I'm ready for 50's little character to get dealt with in this, honey. He is on my nerves. He on my nerves, y'all. I really don't think they're gonna get to Kanan until the next season. Or they're gonna kill him at the end of this one. Because I'm sick of Kanan killing old ladies. Ooh. Anyway. Alright, y'all. I'll catch y'all. Look, that made me mad, honey. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Alright, y'all. Bye.
I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. I just happen to come up hard. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it.
I never took a straight path nowhere. Life's full of twists and turns.